Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. This week we are talking about coffee, spices, and perfumes.
Smells like a good episode.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. I'm Alison Burns,
I'm Lulu Picard.
and this is episode 272. That's right. This is 10K Dollar Day. It's the comedy podcast about imaginary luxury travel, where every single week, because of a magic word from one of you all, we go on a crazy trip. We take $10,000 in one single day and we spend it in one place around the world. And sometimes we make it, sometimes we don't. But all of it you could do if you have 10K to spend, or maybe you choose one of those things to do on a crazy adventure you're going to take. So we're so excited that you're here with us. Before we go into those 10K days, we're going to talk about our current obsessions. We're going to talk about what's on our wish list. And then later on in the episode, we're going to do a little improv segment, which is always a lot of fun. So stay tuned for this next, I don't know, about an hour podcast. We can't wait to hang out with you. So here we go. Lou, you got any news going on in the world?
Okay, well, the news of Lou is just where I am. So I just wanted to let everyone know. I'm in Chicago just for a few more days as this comes out. So been able to see some nice cool bays here. Stu is here from 10K Saturday with Stu Jameson is here, of course. And so we've been having a really great time here in Chicago. If you are listening to this and you want to come see 1776 before we leave, that's great. And if not, then we're going to Des Moines next. So
Ooh, that's where my brother was born. That's because I
I,
said Des Moines.
I loved it. That was everything I wanted. That's where my brother was born.
What if that was all of their phrases?
What if that was their accent?
That was the
What?
accent.
Yeah. What if the name of the city was actually Des Moines and nobody knew because they just all had the accent of Des Moines? I was born in Des Moines.
Funny.
Like they're a gangster from the 1920s movie. I was born in
That's
Des Moines. What
so
you gonna do
funny.
about it?
Oh,
Yeah, so we're off to Des Moines, which I've only been to once, and that was to see our bae Daniel Chile perform. Oh gosh, this was like 25 years ago. I went to see him in an opera of was it Benjamin Britten maybe? Of Midsummer Night's Dream.
ooh.
Long time ago. Gosh, Dan, do you even remember that if you're listening to this? Who knows who's listening to this? So that's the news, everyone. Just bopping around that Midwest. So just send me some packing love. How about that?
There you go. All
Okay.
right. Well, let's move on to obsessions. I'm going to go first. So, my current obsession is I don't remember if I talked about this. I bit the bullet and I ordered the Factor 75 meals. I think I talked about it on the Daily Happy. It may have even been my wish list, but I did it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, these meals are the real deal. 2 minutes in the microwave and I've got a gourmet experience and I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I used to use them during tech weeks.
Yeah, and what I love about it, my kids love them.
Do you take them out? Do you eat them out of the plastic or do you put them on a plate?
If I'm at home, I put it on a plate because that's what the instructions say to do.
Uh-huh.
If I'm at work, it stays in the plastic.
Yeah, same. Same.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
love them though. And I love that it's not just, it's different. I get to change it every week. Sometimes it's a pork chop and sometimes it's a pasta ragu and it's just
Yeah.
delicious.
I'm glad that you're
Love it.
loving it.
Yeah,
And
I'm very
I
happy.
bet that if there are any bays out there who want to try it, you probably have a code.
I do have a code.
Mhm.
I have two different options. I can either send you a box for free or I can send you a code that gets you a percentage off of multiple boxes.
What I would recommend everyone is making sure you use that box on a friend that's going to credit you because Allison doesn't remember I sent her a box literally 2 years ago and had her try Factor 75.
Oh, you did?
She liked it then too. But if you want to use her code, that's also good. Uh, You can contact us at 10kdollarday@gmail.com if you want to try that. We're not sponsored. That's literally just her telling people she wants to try Factor.
Yeah, it's true. But Factor 75, if you want to sponsor this podcast, I will keep talking about it
It
and keep eating
was
it.
really useful for me during Tech Week because I didn't
Yeah.
have time to eat.
Yeah, I
Um,
bet.
yeah, I would love a little more variety out of their kitchen, which is why I ultimately stopped, but
Okay.
it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your obsession?
Mm. Okay. Well, don't tell the person across from me, but my current obsession is that in my hotel room where I've set up my desk with the window open, I can also see somebody else working in their possibly apartment and or workspace. It's kind of hard to tell. I think this person might be working from home.
This sounds
Mhm.
like the beginning of a romantic comedy.
I
Like work from home, love from home, work. w- There's something here.
Okay, well, I'm watching them and I'm not sure what they're doing, but I just love people watching so much.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm not actually people watching, I am being productive, I am working, I'm podcasting, but I can also see somebody else working is I love that. It's one
Do
of my
they
favorite
ever
things about cities.
do they ever spontaneously like just laugh or giggle or like look like they're
Ooh.
happy?
No, they look kind of miserable, to be
Hmm.
honest. They're just staring at two monitors. Oh,
Okay.
just put his hand in his head like this, like
Oh,
the hands behind the head. Oh, something just happened. He's thinking hard.
that's hot.
Yeah, it is.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. What if
Okay.
while he's working, he's actually listening to 10K Dollar Day? He has no idea. He knows that, like, oh, the last episode, Lulu said that she was on tour but didn't know where. And all of a sudden, flash forward, right? It's a
Uh-huh.
week from now. He's listening to this podcast and this
Mhm.
segment starts to come on. And he's like, wow, this sounds vaguely familiar. But now you've already moved on to the next city. So he looks
Mm.
at you and he looks up, but there's nobody across the way because now you're
Okay.
gone.
Listen, Chicago man. If this is you, you have two monitors and you kind of look like the guy Benji I worked with at Gaylord. If that's you, then write us at 10kdollarday@gmail.com. All I can tell is you have a lot of like maybe animated figures around your monitor, like a lot of figurines ish.
Okay.
Like, I can't tell what kind of figurines they are though. Like, I can't tell if you're like a nerd or if you're just like a Disney collector or if you're, I don't know. I don't know what all these figurines are, but I can see them from here. And that's about it. And you most likely are in, oh no. At first I thought you were in your bedroom. But then on top of what I thought was a chest of drawers for clothes, there are also file pockets for folders, which makes me think this is only a workroom.
Mm. This is my new obsession. I take back Factor 75. I just want to live in this world.
I know. I know. I really want to know what he's doing. What if he's just like watching The Office or something?
Oh, Chicago man, I want you to reach out. Oh,
Yeah.
this could be such a good story.
Oh, it's
Listen,
definitely an
everyone's
office.
now.
It's definitely an office because he has a glass door between him and the hallway. He's important.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it's his own office. He has a window and he has a glass door between him and the hallway.
Interesting.
I think all signs point to CEO.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
that's exciting.
Okay.
All right. Well, stay tuned. I don't know if we're going to find out who the Chicago man is, but
Probably not.
probably not. All right. Let's talk about wish lists. All right.
Okay.
I have to give my friend Lauren a shout out for this wish list. She posted it on her Instagram the other day, and I went down a rabbit hole. It's called Hamper. That's spelled Hampr. It's on demand laundry service at the push of a button, all from an app. 24-hour turnaround. They give you the bags. You leave your bag outside your front door of your dirty stuff. You go to the app and say, pick up now. They pick it up. They go wash it. They dry it. They fold it. They drop it back off within 24 hours. It's kind of like Instacart or Uber for your laundry.
It's wash and fold, right?
Wash and fold. And it's all done
Well,
through an app, and you pay by the load. There's no membership.
yeah, the wash and fold, if you're in a city, everyone, where you've never tried that, I understand how weird it feels to give your laundry to someone and even have them touch your
Yeah.
underwear. I totally get it, but the minute you get it back in those tiny little squares
Yeah.
and they just tuck right into your drawers perfectly, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 your drawers in your drawers,
Yeah.
it's pretty great.
Listen, what's great too is they have two options. One's called Hamper Loaded, which does have a membership fee if you're going to use it constantly. The other one is Hamper Light. So this would be for you, Lou, someone who
Tell me.
travels,
Yes.
because you don't have to get their bags. You get a 13-gallon kitchen bag, and it's
Uh-huh.
one bag is one load.
That's a
And that's
lot.
it. I know.
How much is it?
It's well, there's different plans. I never downloaded the actual app because I was like, let me figure it out. But I want to do it. I haven't like gone past that, but I looked at it and I want to do it.
Yeah, I really want to do it.
I know. And I think it's based on too like your location, like the market price kind of thing.
It's
But
very, very exciting.
and listen, I love an app. I love an app. I
Yeah, I
can do
love that.
everything from my phone. Just sign me up. All right, what's your wish list?
Okay, I have two, but they're fast. First of all, I really wish that I still had TSA pre-check because I let it lapse in the middle of the pandemic and I had too much depression to do the paperwork. Don't worry about it. But I let it lapse and now I don't have it and life is terrible. Also, what's terrible? My coffee. I figured it out when I was at home during the pandemic because
Yeah.
I've always been bad at making coffee. But I figured it out with a very heavy French press.
Okay.
That is not, I cannot carry that. It's just too
Okay.
heavy.
Yeah.
So I need a portable, great, consistent coffee solution for someone who doesn't really know how to make coffee.
Mhm.
And I don't know what that is. And let me tell you, this cup of whatever I just made in this hotel room with whatever they gave me to make it,
Not doing it.
no, no. This will turn you away. If the coffee, if the tea industry, that must be it. The tea industry must own the coffee industry in hotels.
Oh. Interesting.
You know, or
Yeah.
bottled water or something. Someone else must have a vested interest in keeping
Yeah.
this experience terrible. And I'm living in hotels, and this sugar water situation
Yeah.
is not acceptable. And I don't want to spend $4. If I were making more money on this contract, because we are on one of the lower end contracts of touring, right? So if I were making more on this, it would be great to go get a $4 coffee in every city and support a local place. And that would
Yeah.
be awesome. And that is in my heart and it's not in my budget. So I have to figure out how to make hotel coffee.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have any tricks, email us
Yeah.
10kdollarday@gmail.com.
And then
We'll try them out.
we'll put it on our new website, iworkontheroad.com.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I haven't put the landing page yet. All right. So that was our obsessions and our wish list. Now it's time for
10K
10K day.
It's a $10K day. Imaginary travel and a laugh or two.
As we tell you all the crazy things we wanna do,
We buy top drawer.
but we don't really pay.
So say what's your happy and you'll be our bae.
All right. Now it's time for that magic word. Here we go.
Hi, this is Steve Page from Largo, Florida, and the word is numinous. Numinous.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Listen, I have to give you a little shout out too, because Steve knew that I was going to have to do some research on this word, I think. So he sent me a screenshot of like a Wikipedia afterwards. He was like, this is what this means. So Steve is Hannah's official Mr. Grandpa. He is a very close family friend. We love him dearly, and a businessman in the Largo area. And yeah, so thanks for that word, Steve. All right, numinous. Did you know that word?
No, I had to look it up.
Same. So the definition that I got was having a strong religious or spiritual quality, indicating or suggesting the presence of a divinity. And when used in a sentence, it said the strange numinous beauty of this ancient landmark. That was the
Oh.
right. So that took me to, okay, landmarks. Where do I want to go? So I looked up the world's strangest landmarks. And it led me to one of the very first 10Ks we ever did. I think it was in that first month. We're
Oh.
going back to Paris, France.
Oh, you're right. We haven't been there because it was one of the things that we were like 10K, Paris,
Yep.
and then never went again.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to talk about what this strange landmark is. Do you have any idea? Do you know any of the strange landmarks around the world?
If it's like an official list, then no, I don't. I guess I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
Okay. Well,
I mean, strange landmarks, sure.
yeah. Well, this is called Le Pouche. It is a 40-foot thumb.
What?
Uh-huh.
Like a thumbs up thumb
Uh-huh.
with
Just
the
the
hand?
thumb, though. Nope.
But
Just the
just
thumb.
what? 40
Just
feet?
40 foot.
That's
Isn't
8
that
of
crazy?
me.
Yeah, I know. It's artist Cesar Baldancing. I don't know. Baldacinci. Anyways, this giant sculpture is one of the weirdest landmarks around the world. And Cesar is known for making oversized sculptures of commonplace objects, but this is an actual replica of his own thumb.
No.
So his thumb is in Paris. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Does he say why, or is it just like, haha, and it's a
No, I
thumb?
found very little information on why it's there. Yeah.
I find that fascinating that you would do something so random and then not need everyone to know why you did it.
Yeah. I think he was just like, cool, 40-foot thumb. Hey, can I put it in Paris? Cool. Like, it's so funny.
That's
And it's crazy looking. It's like this bronze type statue. Anyways. Okay. So we also know Numinous is the presence of divinity. I won't forget about that. I promise. So I looked up in Paris, divine places to stay.
Oh, so smart.
I know, which led me to the Maison Delano Paris.
Okay.
Here's what's crazy. It's not even open yet. It opens next month, 2023. So you guys, you're getting an exclusive look and information about this brand new hotel. It's gorgeous. We're staying at the Maison Delano Presidential Suite, you and I both. And I went in and I was like, this is where we're going to stay. It's the biggest suite they have. And then I clicked checkout and it was over $5,000 a night.
A night.
So then I hit delete and I went back and I got us the Grand Historic Suite, which is still the pinnacle of luxury. The room features restored painted ceilings and moldings dating back to the 18th century. Obviously just created, but there's a sound system in it. There's complimentary Evian water, a Lavazza coffee machine, which would be great for you.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
There's linen bedding, an in-room steamer, which
What is
I
that?
know. Well, here's what I think. I thought, oh my gosh, do I get to steam my face? But I think it might just be instead of an iron,
Oh.
like a steamer.
Well, if I'm paying $5,000 a night for a room, I don't want to iron my own clothes.
Well, this one's a little cheaper. So 2 nights in this Grand Historic Suite is $5,914.08. So I couldn't do the $5,000 a night, but I got a little over $5,000 for 2 nights.
Okay.
Here's what's cool about this place, you guys. I said it's new. It's so new that when you click on the website and start to look at the pictures of the room, it's all drawings.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. It's all renderings of what they're trying to create.
It's not done. They don't even have the furnishings in yet. So that's going to be the cleanest hotel room we've ever stayed in.
Ever. ever.
I've done it once. I was the first person
Really?
in a room. Yeah. Actually, twice. I
Wow.
think I've been the first person in a room twice in my
That's
life.
cool.
Oh, it's such a great feeling.
That's awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. I think I did that too at the Margaritaville, New York City
Oh, yeah.
downtown
You were there
location.
really soon after it opened.
Yeah, because when we went, their pool wasn't even full of water yet. Yeah, I
Oh.
was actually a little disappointed because I was like, you didn't tell me that. Because it was like dead summer and I was like ready to swim on the
Oh,
rooftop of
yeah. That
Times
would have made
Square.
me, that would have driven me insane.
All right, so we're going to get breakfast at the hotel at La Chambre Bleue.
Mm-hmm.
The chef of this breakfast place at the hotel has 3 Michelin stars. Yeah,
Okay.
at a breakfast place. Like, that's how fancy this new hotel in Paris is. That
Wait
the
a
guy
minute.
who makes the breakfast has Michelin stars.
But you know that Michelin stars are not all at fancy places.
Wait, why?
Michelin stars doesn't mean it's fancy or expensive. So
What
they
does
have
it mean?
they have street vendors that have Michelin stars, but they have to be excellent quality.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be fancy at all. Cause like there's a sushi place I want to go to in Japan, and it's like at a subway station.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so you can eat Michelin star food cheap in any city. Well, not any city. I mean, if they have one there, but you can go to the Michelin Guide app or like on the website, and it'll tell you the price.
I had no clue. That's really
Mm.
cool. All
Yeah,
right.
everyone
Look,
can do it for their next birthday. You can go get a Michelin meal.
272 episodes. I'm still learning stuff. I love it. All right. So we get breakfast at La Chambre Bleue. $100 for you and I to do this breakfast. Of course, we're going to do a few mimosas as well, but it's not cheap. So this 3 Michelin star chef is making some fancy breakfast. All right.
Wow.
So after that, I thought, okay, spiritual plus divine. Let's keep on this Numinous day. So I'm going to check out the Notre Dame Cathedral or Notre Dame Cathedral.
Ooh, where
Here's the
Quasimodo
thing.
was.
Yes. Another thing, though, you guys, this is the episode of what's coming. It's not going to be reopened until 2024 because of the fire. Yeah. So get
Yeah.
on the list now. I guess it is free to go. But I'm going to take some gorgeous pictures along with you. We're both going to get the Fujifilm digital camera in silver.
Mm-hmm.
It's $1,300 each. And we're each going to get one to take amazing architectural pictures of the Notre Dame Cathedral, which, by the way, is stunning and going to make us feel very numinous. And together, those cameras cost $2,799.90. So we're going to take some photos. And it's really small, this camera, which I liked. I was like, it'd be easy to stick in our purse
Okay,
for
great.
sightseeing. Okay, after that, we're going to take tons of pictures, walk around. We need to eat again. We're going to Restaurant La Dame de Pique, again, on the Michelin website. The menu here is set around 3 perfumes:
What?
undergrowth spices, citrus, and saffron, which, according to the owner, enhances the dining experience by involving all the 5 senses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right? So there's a set menu. It's $455 per person
What?
for this set menu at this restaurant.
Okay.
And it's all about your senses. So everything that comes out is on white plates and it is perfectly just set up. It is plated like it's being served to the queen. Like, it is gorgeous. So no wonder it's $455. So we're looking at like $1,000 for us to eat at this restaurant in the middle of the day, but it's going to be amazing. Okay. Here's another thing I loved about this restaurant. So you know how on websites it's normally like contact us or find us or directions or whatever, you click on it. Instead of that, everything was labeled like really fancy. So like instead of like FAQ or contact us, it just was labeled practical information. So I clicked on it and it was literally the address. But that's practical information. I just love how fancy it sounded. Okay. Here's my big idea for this Numinous Day.
Oh, all right.
I thought, what if you and I got statues made of our thumbs thumb wrestling,
Yeah, that seems right.
right?
Yeah.
So like overlapping thumbs like we were thumb wrestling. So I
Okay.
went to statues.com. Okay, the price of a custom sculpture cost anywhere between $1,000 up to $500,000.
Whoa.
Which makes sense. Like if you're doing a life-size statue, or I don't know, like what's bigger than life size? Like,
I don't know.
like they have those giant sculptures in New York, stuff like
Yeah.
that, like that you see in other places. Or like even the thumb in Paris, it's 40
Sure.
feet tall. So I get it. But here's the thing. I added up my price tag. I'm already, after our lunch/dinner, at $9,813.98.
Whoa.
So I'm going to need some money so I can get our thumb statues made. So before we go, like put our thumbs, on display for everyone, we're going to head over to one of the gardens of Paris. Now, here's what I did for the first time. Instead of looking up like most famous gardens in Paris, I actually looked up hidden gardens in Paris.
Okay.
And there's a whole website dedicated to like half a dozen gardens that you kind of have to like find. So it's not
Really?
for tourists. It's more for people who live there. But if you go, you can it's like less crowded. So I found this place called Square St. Giles Grand Veneur Pauline Roland Garden. It's a public garden. They have small lawns, trellises, those roses walls, like the climbing roses, like romantic benches, like all kinds of stuff. So this is a hidden garden. And so the plus of that is, serenity, tranquility, it's not overcrowded. The minus of going to this hidden garden is the fact that why we're going there is because I want to make some of my money back so that I can afford to get us our thumb statue made. And how we're going to do it is we're going to put on a thumb war tournament. And every time we win, that other person who sits with us has to give us $10. So
Okay.
you and I are each going to set up in the garden, and we're each going to play 100 rounds of thumb war to try to get at least $1,000 back.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready for all of it.
And I learned how to say 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare a thumb war in French so that we can be part of the community. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, je déclare une garde de pouce.
That was perfect.
Yeah. So we're going to do that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, je déclare une garde de pouce. And then we're going to thumb wrestle. We're going to win our $1,000 back.
Yeah, we sure are.
And then get our giant immortalized thumb wrestling of you and me, our thumbs wrestling intertwined. And that's going to cost us $1,186 and some change.
My God, it's so insane.
And it's going to be this numinous sculpture.
Yes.
That we can put anywhere in the world. In our office, we can give it to Chicago Man, whatever we want to do. Have this sculpture of our thumbs. And so that brings my total to $10,000.
So silly. Allie, if I could have you just 10 minutes more a day, my life would be perfect.
Hey, I have the solution. I've got another podcast, and guess what? It's with one of the best people I know, and it's only 10 minutes a day, no longer, no shorter. It's called The Daily Happy. You can search it wherever you found this podcast.
Well, I'm so glad I'm already here listening to a podcast because that makes it really easy to find another podcast. That's cool. What's the name of that podcast again?
It's The Daily Happy. Again, 10 minutes a day. There's even a countdown. We talk about current events, what's happening in the world, what's happening in our lives, and we love sharing listener news as well. So check us out over there, and you'll get 10 more minutes of me and Lou every single day.
Yeah. See you there.
All right, so that's what I would do with $10,000 in the strange Numinous thumb statue capital, Paris, France.
It's weird.
And this is what we would do if we had $10,000 to give away. So, Lulu, what charity did you find this week?
This week, I looked up Numinous, got to the spiritual side just like you did. And I was like, okay, what if there was somewhere that anybody from any denomination could go and just be more spiritual? Right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so I found a place that you can actually donate to. It is called the Art of Living Retreat Center. It's a rest and relaxation retreat. It's a combination, you can customize it, of meditation, yoga, outdoor activities, and more. You can come on your own. They will feed you nourishing food and Ayurveda treatments and therapies. You can also go with other people. They've got workshops, all the things. It is in Boone, North Carolina.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
I know, because I think when I think of that, I think of like Arizona, Utah, like
Yeah.
California, but you can do it on the East Coast as well. They also have like pottery classes. You can get in there with your hands and like lots of nature walks and things like that. It is open to any denomination that wants to come and just relax in quiet and reconnect spiritually to the earth and to God and to everything. And you can donate so that they can kind of keep it going. And it's actually pretty cheap because they include all your meals. And
Oh,
it's
that's
like
cool.
$500 a week,
That's awesome.
which I've paid less for rent. I mean, more
Very
for rent.
true. Yeah.
And I was thinking about this because, you know, I have this weird lifestyle where I'm going from housing to housing, right? And for the 3 weeks in between Broadway and the tour, I rented an apartment in New York.
Mhm.
And I could have gone to an all-inclusive resort for 3 weeks for the amount that I spent on my apartment in New York, and I still had to buy food.
Oh, wow.
And when I realized that, I was like, wait a minute. What am I
You're
doing?
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
That's crazy.
It sure is, isn't it?
Ugh.
All right. So what did you find?
Well, I actually went along with my thumb theme and I found thumbsupmission.org. And this website, their mission is to fortify families where a parent or a child is fighting cancer. And what they do, they accomplish this. They host weekend retreats at kid-friendly resort properties for up to 70 to 90 cancer families at a time. The
Wow.
families are guests. Everything are paid for. They're entertained. They are befriended. They have this whole retreat where they just have hope during this entire weekend, and they do it all throughout the year. So again, this mission is called thumbsupmission.org.
Love that.
So that's what we would do with $10,000. If you have a charity you'd like us to talk about, please email us at 10kdollarday@gmail.com. We would love to share your cause as well. All right, we're going to talk about happies now. So Lulu, what's your happy this week? Wait, let me go first. My happy is that I cleaned out my closet. Boom. Lulu, what's your happy this week?
Okay, Allison knows I'm really excited about my happy, mostly because
But
I
I don't
haven't.
know the happy.
Correct.
So everyone should know. I have no idea, but I know it's something because she's smiling.
I know, but then I really realized that like it's actually I should have just told you offline because I don't think anyone else is gonna know the person that I reference. And I'm so excited because Allison, we have a close friend.
Yes.
His name is Chris Z.
Yes, we do.
That lives in New York. That was our stage manager. Because I just realized we also know another Christoph Z, but this is like
Oh, right. Yeah.
Chris Z. And as of this podcast, he is now on the tour of 1776, and I'm working with him.
No way.
I know. I couldn't wait to tell you. And I realized none of the listeners are like that's great, y'all. But that's very exciting for me because Allison and I did a project with Chris. He was our stage manager. He was phenomenal.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
And we became very close friends with him. And now he is on tour with me.
Look at you with your buddy on tour.
I know.
That's amazing.
I'm
How
so
cool.
excited. I know. I've known for days and I haven't been able to tell you.
That's crazy.
Because of my own self-imposed restrictions, that then I realized that the listeners of 10K Dollar Day are like, that is not an acceptable happy.
I feel like some of them will be super excited and some of them are just going to be excited by proxy.
How about this? I have a second happy that everyone will be able to relate to, kind of, sort of. And that is that I found an amazing Italian place in Philadelphia, close to the theater. It was called Little Nona's. And they had a Sunday gravy on Sunday, which was like short rib, sausage, meatballs, all cooked in like red sauce for hours and 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 hours. And then they give you the pasta on the side and it's there until it runs out. And my friend and I both had food. We ate like queens, and the whole meal for both of us was like $60.
Oh, wow.
And I ate a lot of great food. Oh,
that's
it was
awesome.
Delicious.
All right, that's our happies. If you want to share your happy, please do so. We love it when people go to our Facebook page and share your happies there. It happens all the time. Our Facebook group is 10K Dollar Bays. Connect with us there. It's a really fun, safe community where we get to talk about a ton of different stuff, not just travel, not just this podcast. So check that out. All right, Lou, it's mail time. What you got for me?
Well, mail time wise, I just kind of wanted to say, thanks to @women_travel_food on Instagram and @shortrockdancer, DNCR. Trying to decipher y'all's Instagram names is like constantly being surrounded by vanity plates on a highway.
Oh my God.
You're just like, Shortrockdancer. Thank you to you. But thank you because those are two people that I've just noticed have been really into our Instagram lately. It's super validating. It's super awesome. Also, just reminding all of our bays that we have a fundraiser going on right now for Aaron's daughter, Aaron in Texas's daughter, to go to Italy. And also, if you have any Italy recommendations or I guess tips, and also tips for a mom whose kid is going away on a big trip for the first time, maybe are packing and all that kind of stuff, I think those tips would be also super appreciated. So just send them over to 10K Dollar Day @gmail.com, or if you happen to see Erin on the Facebook Bay group, I don't know if she's on there a lot, then you can interact with her there. I'm sure that she'll be searching for some tips over there as well. So find our community and get involved.
Perfect. All right. It's my favorite part of the episode. It's time for
10K Roleplay.
Right, you ready, Lou?
I guess I am.
All right, so numinous equals divine.
Yes.
Equals a saint.
Yes.
You are the patron saint of laughter, Saint Philip Neri.
Yes, I am.
So Saint Philip or Philippe.
Yeah.
What is your current obsession?
You can call me Phil, but thank you. I'm just obsessed with so many things. There was this little cat that was walking around the other day and had its little butt in the air, and I saw on YouTube, and its little tail was like going in curlicues, and when it walks, it actually goes like in a helicopter. It goes in a helicopter instead of back and forth. Oh boy! And let me tell you. That got me going for like 20 minutes because it was just a little whiskers and it was like walking and then its tail would just twirl around. Whoo! I can't take that, let me tell you.
Oh, that's great. All right, what's on your wish list, Phil?
Oh, well, on my wish list is actually, I would love to get some Kleenex that doesn't dry out my skin. I have to wipe away a lot of tears throughout the day, as I'm sure a lot of you do. And when you do, it just kind of rubs it just a little bit. I mean, it's been decades, generations, really. So I would love just a softer kind of way to wipe the tears from my eyes so it doesn't make it so painful.
Okay, if you had $10,000 to spend on your
$1,000 to spend. I wouldn't know what to do with that. $10,000. Give me a break.
well, how would you think you'd spend it?
You know what I would do? I would go to a clown convention.
Oh.
Yeah, but I would make sure it's at one of those embassy suites, so that there's a big like lobby. You know that all the hotels are built around that big lobby at an embassy suites, and I would stand on the balcony of like the top, and I would just throw the money down and just watch all those people dressed as clowns trying to get the money. Could you imagine that? And then I would take the video and I'd speed it up. And I put music behind it that's like like that.
Oh man, my
I
cheeks
know.
hurt.
Yeah, would that be funny?
That'd be very funny. Okay, if you had
Yeah.
$10,000 to give away, where would you give it?
Oh man, I just did that. All right, cool. Well, if I gave it away to other people, I would absolutely give it to Doctors Without Borders because they're working on that funny bone. And a lot of people don't know this, but there is a small subsect of Doctors Without Borders that's basically doctors without anything else to do. And what they do is they take funny bones from old comedians that don't need them anymore and they implant them into new comedians all around the world so that the comedy can just live on and live on, you know. And until you get that funny bone, you know, some people can do it on talent alone, and
Yeah.
that's amazing. But some people just need that little extra help from a funny bone. I myself actually got implanted with Madeline Kahn's funny bone a long time ago. And so my left arm is the funniest part of my body.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's really the only funny part of my body. You know, so normally if I can't come up with a punchline, I've started to raise my left arm real fast and it talks to
Yeah.
Madeline and then gives me a punchline.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
So specific. All right, and last question. Oh, here we
Yeah.
go. What's your happy?
Oh, well, you know what I like to do as the patron saint of laughter is, yeah, what I like to do is get joke books. And
Oh.
yeah, what I like to do is I go get joke books and I update them. So I go in, I just put a couple new jokes in there, I write in the margins. I go over to Barnes and Noble, I go to Borders, I go to Books A Million. Are any of these places still open? I don't know. And then I go in there and I write in punchlines to all the joke books. Sometimes I just leave a notebook and I call it a
Oh.
joke book. And
Oh,
I just
okay.
put it in there, you know, and what I like to do is just write the punchlines down and have other people come up with the question. I call it like the Jeopardy version of comedy, right? So
Oh, I like that.
I'm just going to be like, the chicken had a helmet. And then you have to write the joke like a puzzle.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
It's actually not a bad idea. I hate that I came up with that now, but that's what I do.
I love it. All right. Well, thanks for being here, Phil.
Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks to Madeline for all of her inspiration.
Oh, gosh.
So weird. All right, Alison, are you ready?
Yeah.
Numinous, you have just decided to leave a convent.
Oh, okay.
And this is your the guy just got up for a drink. Hold on. All right, cool. He's
Really?
back. Yeah, he just got up for a drink and then he came back, but I think he has a fridge like in the room because he didn't leave the room.
Oh.
He's fancy. I'm telling you, he's fancy. Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna go
that's
back.
crazy. Okay.
You just left a convent.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first person, I am the first person that you will see outside those convent walls.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Hi.
Oh, hello.
Didn't realize I surprised you. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to sneak up on you on this convent road. I
Oh,
thought,
that's okay.
okay.
It's perfectly fine.
Oh, you're so peaceful. I love this.
Mhm.
What is your obsession right now?
Oh, well, my obsession right now is my new chastity ring that I got. And I actually got 3. They match because that's it's a new style. I know a lot of people don't think nuns have style, but we do. And there's even a website called nunshavestyle.com. And so these chastity rings are meant to be worn in 3s because that's the new style. They're stackable rings. That's new right now. So we have stackable chastity rings, and so that's what my obsession is right now because they're not only stylish but pure.
Oh, just like you, sister.
Yes.
All right. So, what's on your wish list now that you have all this jewelry already?
Well, on my wish list is I wish that I could be able to inspire more people, but I'm very shy. So I wish that I was a little more outgoing. I've been taught to obedience is number one. And so sometimes it's hard to speak up, but I
Mm.
wish that I could. I wish that I would have more gusto about me, and that I would be able to. Have you ever seen Sister Act?
Yes.
I'm like the little nun, and I need someone to push on my belly and make me louder, just like Whoopi Goldberg made that little sister louder when she had a small voice. So I
Okay.
wish my voice was louder and someone could push on my belly, and I would go from saying hello to hello, and then I would be able to inspire more and make a difference in the world.
I love that. I'm sure that we have
Mhm.
many listeners that will volunteer to push on your belly. So if you are, you can email us at 10kdollar-a-day@gmail.com. All right. How would you spend $10,000, sister?
Well, I'm not sure I should be sharing this, but I have had a dream ever since I was a child. I want to recreate the Sound of Music film, and
Oh,
I want to star as Maria. But I want to make it my own. I want to write the music. I want to hire everyone to help me create it. I want a little bit of a dance break in there. So I want to
oh.
recreate it in the present time. So we'd have to do a few rewrites, but that's where I would put my $10,000 towards. I don't know how much it costs to make a film, but I saw that film when I was little. It's actually one of the last films I saw before I went inside. And I just would love to remake it present day, you know, and use that money to create that film.
With all new music.
With all new music, I'd write the music. Yep.
All
Yep.
right. That's
Yeah.
great. Do you have a little preview you can share with us of any of those songs?
Sure. So, what I'm kind of doing is I'm taking the tunes, and so it's more of a parody situation. So, for instance, instead of, how do you solve a problem like Maria? Which, by the way, is it's a very hard melody to sing. It really jumps around a lot, but we have lots of time in the convent to practice music, so it's something that's
Hmm.
not too bad. So, what I would change it to is how do you deal with bullies in the world now? And then we change it to be about like current problems like cyberbullying and
Oh,
you know,
wow.
yes, yes, yes. So the problems Maria had were very small compared to the problems we have now. So what we would change it so it was
Yeah,
more poignant
that's
to the
true.
2023 people.
Well, she was running away from the Nazis, but you're right. I understand that some of her problems were quite small, like the pine cone she sat on. We don't really need to get into that.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how would you give $10,000 away?
Oh, well, it's actually a very tough question because I work with a lot of different charities, mostly children and cats. So I think what I would do is I would take 5,000 and give it to the children of the Catholic Church, and then I would take $5,000 and give it to the cats of the Catholic Church. There's 2 websites. One website is called Kidlick, and one is called Catlick. And so there's a kid Catholic charity and a cat Catholic charity. And so
Oh
I
my
would split
gosh.
it and give it to them.
to Catholic and Catholic. Catholic.
Catholic, and kidlick. Yes.
Okay, I'm so sad I asked you that. Okay. What is your happy?
Oh, well, my happy is that we actually just had a special visitor. It was someone from the original Von Trapp family lineage. They came to visit the nunnery. And we gave them a tour, and we got to do a talk back. And that's my happy, is that I got to find out a little bit about the history of their life and what they know about the film, so I can use it as I do the rewrites. So I was very happy to meet them. Also, it's been really nice to meet you, a person who's not inside the walls. So that actually was a surprising happy for myself.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that we ran into each other here in the forest.
Yes, it's very
Outside the
foresty.
convent. Yes.
Yes, on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk in the forest. And that's how you yes and.
All right. You guys, thank you so much for being here for another episode of 10K Dollar Day. We love connecting with you. So again, I think we've said it about 6 times, but our email is 10kdollarday@gmail.com. Also, if you listen to this podcast every single week and you want to give us a little something to help keep it going, check us out at 10kdollarday.com/Patreon, Patreon, and sign up for our newsletter. It comes out every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you'll get it in your inbox. It's super fun. It highlights that week's
Say
episode.
what time? If you tell them what time, then I can't send it to you at like noon on Wednesday by accident. Now I have to send it on a Tuesday night.
I mean, it comes at some point on Wednesday.
It comes at
Just
some point on Wednesday.
refreshing.
All right, everyone. We might be shooting for 8, and it might be
Yeah.
a little later. And if it's a little later, it's all my fault.
Well, just refresh. Keep refreshing that email all day on Wednesday. It'll get there at some point. Okay.
Great.
All right. 10K Dollar Day is produced by 10K Dollar Day LLC. Graphic logo by Jacob McAllister. The 10K jingle by Rockwell and Rose. The intro song by Stan Collins. The 10K Saturday vintage voiceover by Charlie Hume. Let's end this podcast the way we end it every week, with friends like us
Who needs amenities?